What's going on, my friends? How you doing? We got everything set up right? We do. Sweet. All right. We're going to be talking about taking a look at Arena, talking about that play booster stuff. But first, let me share the live stream link in the Discord. We're going off a multi-screen setup today. All right. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. The earlier escapade as the Magic Trashtorian has ended, and now we are here today to talk. Let me switch over to my arena view. Nope, that's not it. Boop. There we go. There's my arena view. All right, so let's do our hellos. Who do we got in here? 1 second. Where'd that go? All right. We've got Gossett, Jess, Salty B, Eng, Millmaster, Yamagoro, Kurt, Reggie, Cheems, Gerthulu, Lasagna. What's up? How's it going? Twiddler the Fiddler. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, trash bags? Not a single one to be seen. All right. All right. Got my root beer here. Good to go. So, basically, I've actually been actively playing Arena for the last few days. And I don't remember what stream it was, but it was in the last number of streams that Ashmead said to me, "Hey man, could you redo your like free play guide to Arena?" And at this point, I'm looking into it because I'm actually messing around on Arena and I've got the resources to poke about and see how things have changed, right? Because like this right now is the cusp of a big difference in Arena. And up until this point, I've always been a free to play player, okay? So that's how it works. And I've got old school, like the older sets on Arena from when I was like playing more heavily. Like take a look. I have 88% of 2019. I've got, what is it? 96% of Guilds of Ravnica, 98% of Ravnica Allegiance, 96 of War of the Spark, 89 2020, 94 Throne of Eldraine, 98 Theros, 94 Ikoria, 99 M21. And like you can see Zendikar Rising 97. Even the sets that I wasn't around for as much, the Kaldheim and Strixhaven, I managed to get a decent chunk of stuff from. So depending on the set, you can see that I've snagged up a bunch of stuff as a free-to-play player, but also I've been kind of gone for a bit, popping in here or there to mess with stuff, but ultimately not sticking around for that long. So like, I want to see if these kind of results, because this is all free-to-play build-up, can be accomplished in the current build of Arena. So what I plan to do, and we'll see how it turns out, but what I plan to do is a couple of different investigational style streams or whatever, or I might just do it in side time, depends on how things go. But either way, I'm going to spend some of my resources learning about the new way that they do stuff in Arena, because the old way of doing it was heavily reliant on quick drafting, and they've changed the way that quick drafts work for the regular sets, in that before you'd be given all the time in the world to draft it while the set was out, and then they changed it to 2 weeks, under which my system still worked, but now they've got it down to 10 days. So we get quick drafts of the new set for 10 days, and I don't know honestly how feasible it is to build up all of the stuff. So, what up, Shotter? What up, Zurin? So yeah, I want to, hold on, I got to make sure I got a notepad here, because I'm literally going to be writing down some numbers. We're going to take a look at the outcomes of some of the drafts. One of the biggest things I'm interested in is the rares per draft that you can get, because this is the first time that we're using play boosters. So before this, they didn't use play boosters. Now, when it comes to these packs, when it comes to these kind of packs, these are just like regular Arena packs. You get your like 8 cards or whatever it is, and that's it. That's it. But the actual draft and sealed event now use play boosters. So I don't know exactly what that means in terms of how many rares a particular draft kicks out. And I don't know if the nature of things have changed enough where maybe it's not even doable, right? Like one of the changes that they made and replaced quick draft with is golden boosters. All right. So let's wait for this to pop up here. Lasagna, you're going to load up Arena right now and do the same thing I'm doing so you can stream snipe? Go for it. Zurin, actually, you know what, buddy? I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. F&M is a very particular thing depending on where you play it. So some game stores have a really competitive group, and some game stores have a casual group. So it may be that the place you were going to changed in nature because the player base did or whatever, but it's not a uniform. This is not ideal here. I'm literally going to have to close Arena and reboot it. All right. Well, whatever. I'm not surprised that it's buggy. Salty, you've played 3 drafts in Arena? I've played countless drafts. I couldn't tell you how many drafts I've played, actually. I built up my collection mostly through drafting. The old way that I used to do things was, yeah, and this requires discipline too. This isn't something you can do if you're not willing to delay gratification, how it worked. So, and by that I mean you have to hold all the booster packs you get until later in the season. So this method doesn't give you the entire set for free day one of the set, right? It allows you to build up the collection of the entire set while it's in standard and while it's the new set, while the mastery pass basically is ongoing. And then by the time the set's done, being the main set and we've moved on to the next set, now you've built up your 98, 99% of the entire set. You have like everything you need to play, right? So it's like you build up all your boosters, but you don't open any of them because... Okay, good. I was going to say, are we just hopping back into the same problem? You don't open any of them because you have to wait for the... You don't want the doubling up of rares. And by that, I mean, you don't want a 5th of a rare. 4 copies of a rare is fine. You're building play sets, right? But the 5th rare hoses you. Because if you get a 5th rare in draft, what happens is the game doesn't give you the 5th rare. It pays you in gems. And unless they've changed the repayment rates, you get 20 gems. But you're getting 20 gems for 1 rare from a pack. But that pack is worth 200 gems. So you're actually losing 90% of the value of a pack every time you double up on a rare in a draft. So the key is to draft until you've hit the right threshold. Once you hit that threshold, then you start to open up the packs, and then you avoid any kind of duplicate hosiery and you get everything, right? That's how it worked. That's how it went. What up, Juglum? Nice to see you too, buddy. Oh, Salty B, you've done 3 Karlov drafts. Okay, yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big difference then. Fair enough. You saw 2 rares in 2 packs out of all 3. Yeah, I mean, the rares, if they ape play packs, real world life stats, which don't presume that they will automatically, but let's say they do. What is the chance for extra rares? You can get 1 to 4 cards of rarity, rare or higher. 2, there's a 37% chance. 3, there's a 4% chance. 4, there's less than 1% chance. So most of the time, it's only going to be 2 rares that's really going to blow your socks off. And that's only going to happen roughly 1 out of every 3 booster packs. So in a draft, maybe 1 of your packs might have 2 rares if it follows along with those numbers roughly, right? What up, Elroy? Oh, I see what you did there, buddy. Your name is your name backwards. I saw the last name. I saw it right away. I like stuff like that. I like that. That's fun. All right. So, basically, at this juncture, we can't gain any information about quick drafting because I don't feel like quick drafting March of the Machines is going to help me gain the knowledge that I need overall when it comes to like, I wouldn't be surprised if they changed things around for quick draft March of the Machine versus quick draft Karlov Manor. And if I call it Markov manner, it happens all the time. I almost put it in the title of this video, of this stream, right? It's very common. It's very common. So, basically, when it comes to the quick drafts, they used to be a great way to get rares because the bots would hand off rares. But I'm guessing that over time, Wizards of the Coast has changed it so the bots don't hand out nearly as many rares. So that's part of my investigation, whether it's better now to be spending 5,000 gold on quick drafts or you want to be spending 10,000 gold on player drafts, right? And I'm also going to compare what it's like right now on release weekend with how it's going in a week. And now this is all dependent on Arena not aggravating me to the point where I just decide not to deal with it. So this may or may not be ongoing. But at this point, I've played Arena for the last few days. I've been having a fun time with it overall, but I haven't been playing in any big... Actually, what I've been playing mostly is there's this starter deck duel. And you'll play against some people who are brand new, but there's definitely people who know what they're doing as well. And you just play with this set of 10 decks. Everybody's playing with them. There's no variation from them. There's not all this crazy insanity. So if you want to have a more relaxed style interaction, I've been messing around with the starter decks and having fun. I also played in some other events too, but the starter deck duel, surprisingly, I had quite a bit of fun with. So yeah, basically... Oh, what was the other thing? The store. Why was I opening up the store again? Golden packs. Okay, so see up here you got golden packs. So for every 10 booster packs you buy, you get golden packs. And the golden packs apparently give you 6 rares. And it's supposed to make up for the fact that they're not doing quick drafts. They said, hey, we know we don't do quick drafts all the time and you guys miss it, but we made up these golden packs to make up the difference. But they don't, right? Like, just from a gut instinct, I'm thinking, you open one of these, the 6 rares are going to be spread across different sets. It's going to intentionally stop you from, like, working on your current set. That's my guess. That's my guess. So when it comes to the resources, I've got 8 draft tokens that I can use to get into the $10,000 drafts. I got way more than enough gold to do my investigating, and I got all these gems that I built up from playing in drafts. And then when it comes to deck building, I got a ton of wild cards. So I'm good that way too. Now, what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to pop into one of the Markov events here. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to check out both the traditional and the premier draft to see if there's a difference in the amount of rares that I end up getting. All right. So one of my 8 draft tokens has been used. There's so like this stuff just sat around in my account. Salty, I don't need to save up. I don't need to save up my mythic and rare wild cards. I already did. I don't. If you're giving advice to somebody else in there, cool. But if that's for me, bro, I've played this way more than you. All right. I've also played Magic way more than you, and my account has a ton of wild cards and resources. So I'm good. I'm good. All right, remember, I know you in person, like in real life. So I don't, I don't need you to explain anything to me, bro. Not a single thing. Oh, wait a minute. Lasagna, did you make it in here? Did you sit there and snipe? He did. He did. You made it into the draft. Get out of here. You're going to skew the results, you son of a bitch. So we're just rare drafting. Failing that, I'm just going to uncommon draft. I'm not really looking to build a deck. I don't even know if I'm going to play in the event. So I'm not going to spend really that much time looking at the stuff. I'm here to rare draft. Whoa, hey, what's that going on? What's that? What's that? Stop that music in the background, please. Thank you. I know. All I know is when I hear a noise like that is my instinct is to try and be louder than it. So if there's a copyright issue, nothing happens. That's all. That's all I know. That's my gut reaction. So yeah, look how many wild cards I got, man. I'm good. I'm good. I could build this set mostly just out of my wild cards. Waiting on other people. I bet you it's that sack of garbage lasagna who did this. Get out of here. Stop messing up the draft. Whenever something like this happens, I'm like, is my connection broken now? Didn't there used to be like a circle or something you could look at to see? Oh, there it is. All right, only one pack. Okay. It's just rare drafting. Bots are way faster. That's one thing I like about the bot drafts is they're like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, it's way more boring to sit through the draft portion of an arena draft than it is to sit through a physical draft. Because I can be like, Lasagna, you're not watching. You're excited to potentially play against me. Oh, I guess I should make sure everybody's expectations are in alignment. I am not intending to draft this event and then play the event. I am here gaining information on how many rares and things like that I can get towards collection building. So I'm not going to drop out of the event right now, but I also probably, as soon as I'm done this, am opening up the traditional one and drafting packs over there. So, like, I ain't saying that we can't play against each other, especially if you just leave yourself in the event and we're both online. Who knows? But don't hold the hope of, oh man, as soon as he's done this, we're going to play. That's funky looking. Yeah, whatever, I'll take it. Am I still into sorcery? Got it right up there on my shelf, buddy. Yeah, well, I mean, what am I going? White, red mainly here? Yeah, whatever, I'll grab Fester Leech. I guess I can pick stuff that's at least in a couple of colors, because it doesn't matter. Same difference, right? If it turns out I want to play, I may as well have things that work better together. But also, for the record, Lasagna, I wouldn't care if you did watch my draft. I don't care if when I'm playing somebody on Arena, they're literally watching me, because what's really on the line? Nothing, right? It's not like you're like, yo, I got the cure to the cancer that I've injected into your family. And I'd be like, wait a minute, you know how to inject cancer into people? Right? So, whatever. Oh, really? This is a magical artifact. Look at that. I use 1 green mana to summon up the umbilical cord rope that looks like crap. And what does it do? It gives +1/+2 and can't be blocked by more than one creature. Care to explain to me how having a piece of rope does that? Do you want to spend a second? Don't worry about it. Get the candlestick. How does that give you +1/+1 and whenever the creature attacks, surveil too? Shut up, idiot! Juggling, you don't play this game, but it looks awesome. Thanks for streaming. In terms of being able to play Magic for free, bro, it's solid. And if you want to just have a magical lead pipe that you can smoke out of, that one's right there for you, bro. Lead pipes and vacuum cleaners. Nothing is magic like that. I like that. Oh, Reggie, you sweet summer child, sent here by Cinder. If you think clipping that little bit about me fucking giving people cancer is anything, bro, there's way, way more wild shit on the internet from me all over the place. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like seriously, I got a whole live stream archive full of crazy streams and stuff. You have no idea. Oh, now we're down to the comments. All right. Whatever. Whatever. You want to hear it all? Well, you know what? Once I don't even need to wait, do I? These are pretty slow. Hold on. I'll grab the stream archive link for you. If you want to go and hear some insanity, you'll be able to. Cause yeah, streams get pretty wild. Okay, there we go. There's the link. Yeah, there's the live stream archive. Subscribe while you're over there. That way you'll see them all. Plus, it helps me get towards the 1,000 subscribers so that I can get in the YouTube partner program. We got a barbed servitor. Okay, so my rares are white and black. Okay, I'll just pick white and black cards for now, I guess. Ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum. Elroy, you love my magic lore? Thanks, buddy. Everybody's keeping the rare. Stop it. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm here to gather information. So do what you would normally do, people. Whatever. Certainly doesn't feel like Arena overall, right? Zurin, you've been on MTGO for so long. Oh yeah. Why would, like, if you have a MTGO account rolling, why would you wanna muck about with having an Arena account? Like, my MTGO account has nothing in it. It used to have some stuff in it, but I kind of sold it all off a long time ago. So now the account has nothing in it really. So play on Arena, I can play for free. Play on MTGO, I got what I got, but I'm not gonna get any more Magic for free. Cheems, was it another crazy day in Magic? When is it not a crazy day in Magic, bro? Every day feels crazier than the last. I remember to pin. I'm gonna remember to pin the archive link this time. There we go. 17 days later, man. Come on. Pick your stupid detectives wearing fedoras and stuff that doesn't make sense and let's go. Hey. Hey. All right. So far, we've gotten 4 rares. This is crap. This is crap. Everybody's keeping the rares. Maybe because it's the beginning. Who knows? Who knows? No, Smoke, there's nothing they can do, son. There's nothing they can do. Jess, you got 67 DVDs and a DVD player? That's fun. Going back in time, son. Leering onlooker, that's me. I like to watch. I'm looking at you right now. Night Drinker Moroi, if you say so. Dun, dun, dun. You know the rares don't count towards your first rare in play boosters. What? Why would you think the lands don't count as a regular rare? You don't automatically get another rare every time you get a land. That's not something I've heard of, unless I did something different with this set I don't know about. Scene of the crime. Wow, that's so much cooler than, like, Doom Mountain, you know? Necromancer's Lair. Scene of the crime. Looks like somebody left some ketchup chip dust here. We know who the murderer is. Wait, Spell Snare? What the hell? We'll get the laundry. Oh, list. Oh, list. Okay. Okay. That's right. List cards. The surveillance are always a second rare to play booster? I never heard that. If that's true, that makes the whole 2 rare per booster thing even crappier, because this is always the extra rare in these packs or whatever, and it's like, oh, okay, confusing. Or is that a way to make sure you can only get it if it's the second rare? I don't know, man. I'm sure whatever the reasoning is, it's done to give us the worst possible deal. All right. So we got, what, 4 rares and a mythic here? All right. Whatever. Wow, this is like, I guess maybe it is just going to be quick drafting is the way. Yeah. You think this is 3 planes mashed together? Wait until we get to the Death Race set. I just realized why they said it goes across 3 different planes and whatever. It's just because they're like, yo, this is where we have extra slush art for. Cryptic Code. So it looks like we're getting like one extra rare per go around overall. Oh wait, never mind. Here's another one. So what is that? That's 7 rares and 1 mythic so far. It's a feel bad when you open a box and 12 of your bonus rares are surveil lands. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't feel good, does it? Jess, you traded a Gandalf for a pack of smokes and got free McDonald's. All right. Sounds like you're making deals, buddy. Sounds like you're making deals. Goth, you picked up some singles for Commander and the price of a lot of them dropped by half twice before official release. The way to protect yourself from that is to either hold off a little bit and don't pre-order stuff because there's going to be enough to go around, or pre-order from a place that will lower the price if the price is lowered. So there are places that are like, yo, if you pre-order this and we drop the price before it like actually goes out, then you get the cheaper price. So there are a few ways to minimize the occurrence of that. I'll take the Kellen card, why not? Been learning from Pawn Stars. What? Trying to learn to haggle? Making deals? All right. Reenact the crime costs 3 blue? What does it do? Exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Copy it. Ugh, I don't know how much I like that. We're like, shouldn't you be faster now, guys? Haven't you picked out your strategy? You can't be as random as me, right? Sure. Sure, why not? Quintorius, why not? Oh, do I have his style or something? Is that why he looks like that? Or is that just how he comes out of the pack? Look at me. I'm in like parallax field. Okay. Oh, fun. I'll take a slime against humanity. Because once you have one of those, it gives you like an infinite amount or something, does it not? Or no, wait. Once you have 5, you have an infinite amount, or 4 or something? I don't remember how it works. I'm going to pick... Nah, whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually play. All right. Yeah, exactly, Cthulhu. 100%. Vault progress. After drafting your final card, common uncommons exceed the 4 collection and create your vault progress. Oh, okay. I didn't get any vault progress right there. You're just telling me about it, even though I've been playing for years and have opened the vault a bunch of times. That's good programming. All right. All right. Well, obviously, if I am going to play this, what did I say I was going? Is it... I barely have any white, do I? All right. Well, I guess blue-black is the way it's looking. So I'm going to take everything out that's not blue-black. So if I want to play, this is ready to go. Bum, 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 bum. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't need you. Don't need you. What does this do? Tap an untap creature for a mana of any color, sack it to draw a card. Yeah, that can stick around. Blue and black, is it all? Oh, yeah, no, that's okay. Yep, islands and swamps, whatever. All right, cool. Oh, it's a 41 card deck. That works. There you go. there you go. That deck is done. So let me just double check the number of rares and mythics that I got here. 1 rare, 2, 3 rares. 3 rares and a mythic plus... 4 rares and a mythic. 5 rares and a mythic. 6 rares. Did I miscount originally? I guess maybe I did. Yeah, whatever. Cancel. No, I don't want to discard the changes to the deck. I'll just call that done for now. All right. I'm just going to come back and double check that later. What up, Kensuke? How you doing, buddy? Okay, so, all right, well. I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait before I do the next draft. Because I forgot how boring this part of the process is. Information gathering can be kind of tedious, right? And that was... I'll wait on that one. What about rates and mythic? No smoke, what do you mean? What up, Collector? How you doing, buddy? So yeah, I've been playing like the simpler formats. I find like I like sealed and stuff like that. The more competitive it gets in terms of playing like ranked standard and stuff, the less variety you have and the less I'm currently interested in that. But I'm going to leave my options open for it in the future. Part of what I'm trying to do here is just spend more time enjoying Magic, because a lot of the stuff I've been talking about has been negative, and I need like counterbalance of actually enjoying myself. So that's part of what we've been doing with this arena action. Felonious T, drafting with people online is so slow. It sure is. It sure is, buddy. What are you going to do? Drafting with people in person is really slow too. It just doesn't feel as slow because you're there and there's a lot more to look at, and you can talk to people and you can pick up your pile of cards and flip through them. You can't do that in a physical draft, right? You can't just be like, okay, well, they're taking some time, so I'm going to just look at what I picked so far. I'll start dividing into piles. You know, like I guess in a way, similarly, you could try and muck about with your deck on the sidebar, but I don't know. Elroy, you think that in real life draft is the best way to enjoy Magic? It's a lot of fun. Cube is my favorite. It's still my favorite. But limited formats, I like pre-releases, I like sealed events, drafts, all that. I like the arena formats that are more limited, but there's a bunch that I don't care about. Like, I don't care about arena styles. They're not special to me in a lot of cases. The stained glass planeswalkers that they did, those are cool. I have some of those in my collection, right? I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of them, right? What were they from? Like War of the Spark, I think? Wait, is this not alphabetical? That's really confusing. Okay. War of the Spark. There it is. Oh, I guess. No, that's fine. Does it just show the regular versions, or does it show styles too when you got this kind of stuff? Like for Dovin. No, I don't remember how to access the styles and stuff. Yeah, whatever. I've got like stained glass versions of a bunch of different planeswalkers. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. What up, TCG dude? How you doing, buddy? I ain't even playing around, man. Those trash bags made me sweat like a fiend, dude. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't. In the end, I don't think it was worth the joke. But whatever. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like that draft kicked out very many rares, right? Oh well, whatever. I'm gonna do the other one now. I'm gonna hop into a traditional draft, and we'll see how the people here draft. We'll also see how long it takes to fill up comparatively. Because the other one popped off immediately. I feel like best of 3 is not a high demand kind of format in any capacity. I don't think people play. Wow. Maybe you know what? Maybe I didn't need to flip over to take a break, guys. We're gonna be here a while, filling out that seat. Me and some other guy I don't know, waiting for 6 more people. A diddly diddly dee. This is like release weekend, isn't it? A diddly diddly dee. A bodily beedly boo. Jess, you're upset because you win just 50-50 at Magic? Do you think that you're some fucking amazing player? Because like pro tour players can have a rate of like 60% win rates in like real Magic. So just out of curiosity, what is it that you think you deserve from a game of fucking skill that requires you to think and play well? You know? Well, I deserve more wins. Well, that's not... I should win every game. You should... What? What? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Arena is a cash grab. Well, yeah, there is a lot of cash grabbiness to this if you let them grab your cash. I've played it for free since the beginning, right? And I have a bunch of resources in it. And all that I've had to do to get them was play Magic. And I like playing Magic. The reality of it is, Arena in some ways is greedy and skeezy. And I definitely don't like a bunch of the stuff they do. But you can absolutely play it, have fun with it, and get free drafts every week. You can literally play Magic for free and then win gold that you can use to play in drafts for free. And then you can actually get gems from those drafts, even if you completely fail at the draft, right? You still get some gems. And then you can use those gems to get a lot of different things in the game. So ultimately, if you're somebody who just enjoys playing Magic and enjoy the way it's set up, then you can just play Magic for free. And you can't do that with paper Magic. Like, yeah, you can once you got the stuff, but Arena, you can play Magic for free and grow a collection in quotations because it's a digital collection and you can only access it there. But still. Jess, there's definitely a level of rigging to Arena. They've even said that they do it with hand smoothing and stuff. So there's no denying that. What's a Cryptex even do? Collect evidence 3. It's such a weird ability. Like, just the name of it is stupid. I'm collecting evidence. Oh yeah? Of what? Crimes! Okay. And, well, let me ask you a question. If you're collecting evidence of crimes, yeah, how come you only pick over, like, the stuff in my graveyard? I assume the enemy is the one who's committing crimes against me, right? And, like, you can collect evidence from him. Nope! I solved the mystery of what happened because I removed a slime from humanity from your graveyard as evidence. I'm putting it in an evidence bag and I'm taking it to the evidence locker. Therefore, you've met the conditions for this spell. Who is it collecting evidence? Who's doing it? Is it me? Is it you? Is it the spell? I don't understand. The flavor doesn't make sense. Lasagna, you're having Jund action. Enjoy it, buddy. Enjoy it. All right. Doesn't matter what we draft. Zurin, you never understood net decking? Well, that's the way of things now, man. And you know what? I get it. I get it. See, if you've played the game for a long time, you won't recognize what other people have had to deal with. Us OG Magic players don't fully comprehend what it's like to walk into a world of Magic the Gathering where there are 25,000 different cards. I was around for the entirety of all of it. You want to feel bewilderment? Go play some new card game that you've never played before. I'm going to go into this card game and I'm just going to learn everything on my own from scratch, and I'm going to pick all the best stuff or whatever, and I'm going to build my own thing. Like this whole uniqueness concept where it's like, I build my own unique deck. You didn't though. Other people have built the same deck before you just based on numbers, right? No, not mine though. See, I built it first and like I'm special because I made this special thing myself. So it's like a reflection of me. And when everybody's just looking at what works to play a game, I don't understand that. But it's real simple, bro. It's real simple. Let's say you're going into a gunfight and you got two options and you got one guy who's like, these fools today, man. I built my own gun. And it's just like, it's got these tubes on it. I blow on it right. I aim it the right way. I know what I'm doing. And I win and I made it myself. And then other people are like looking up online, how to build a perfect gun. Okay, I'm just going to follow these instructions and I'm going to go and win the duel. Right? So it's the nature of the beast, man. You go get into a new card game with a ton of new cards. Like the concept, even the term net decking is antiquated at this point. That's it. So this idea of special uniqueness, and I get it because I used to think that way a long time ago. I remember like, I build my own decks, blah, 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 but it's total vanity. Look, I know the game has all these rules, and I know that there's lots of different ways to approach it, but I've added my own set of rules to the game that make what I do more special than what you do. So because of these rules that actually aren't a part of the game, but I've made up myself, my wins and my play is more valid, and your play is invalid because you're a net decker. It's absurd underneath. It's ridiculous elitism based on arbitrary nonsense underneath it all. The first person to build the first deck, prove it. Prove that nobody else put those cards together at their table or whatever. Oh no, I don't know about that. So it does count though. They did it before you. If there was a universal judge, they would go, oh no, sorry, you haven't created a unique deck. So if you can't prove that you created that deck uniquely yourself, you can't play it. So you're going to have to go, yeah, you know what? I'm the first one to register this deck online on this one official website. I got here first. I didn't have to work today. I'm the most creative, right? So, like, for real, it's way easier now to play games when you don't have to learn everything yourself from scratch. And you can go, let me see how, you know what, man? I'm sick of these net carpenters. You know what I mean? They look up online and they're like, yo, how do I patch a hole in a wall? Bro, I grabbed gum and jammed it in there and spit on the wall. I had to figure it all out myself. My homebrew walls are way better. Like, bro, what you watched a Home Depot video on how to fix your wall? You net carpenter? Why don't you have the level of knowledge that I've built up over 20 years of being a carpenter or whatever that make me feel like elite? You know, it's silly. It's silly. Net decking, the term net decking is always used to try and denigrate somebody for no reason. It's just a salve you use to make yourself feel better. And it's almost always said by people who are losing to what they call net decks. Now, if the argument is that I hate playing bland, homogeneous formats, I hate playing against the same decks over and over. I hate that standard is literally just 8 different cards in a deck and it feels like the same thing over and over. I get that complaint. And if that's actually at the root of it, you don't hate net decking. You hate the fact that net decking leads to seeing the same best deck over and over and over. Completely understandable. Because I love variety. I love it. But yeah, ultimately the net decking is a worthless term in this day and age. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I don't like a lack of variety. I love a lot of random craziness. That makes, oh, we got two different options. What up? We got Kellen. All right, I'm taking Kellen. Jojo, of course you learn how and why decks work. You learn how and why they work by playing them. It's absolute absurdity to try and put forth the concept of when you build a deck online, you don't know how to. Well, you have to. You're going to stumble through playing it, and you're literally playing it. So yes, you do learn. That is not logical, bro. I got to say nope to that, Jojo. You definitely do learn through playing. You can go, I'm going to build a deck that works by playing this deck that works. Wow, I see how it functions, especially compared to a pile I've built myself. Here's a little secret about life. You can absolutely get a head start by letting other people figure it out. Just like you don't have to go and build a city in the wilds and figure out plumbing and irrigation and farming. Or if you want to go into those, you can use the sum of human knowledge, right? Like, Elroy, you wish me a fun and awesome weekend. Well, thanks, buddy. That's nice. I appreciate it. So yeah, I find that there's a lot of that with Magic, where everybody's like, my way is the way, it's the good way, it's the only way. And if you don't do it that way, then you're invalidated. But really, for me, I don't care if you go online and look at decks. What I care about is being bored. And I find it incredibly boring to play against the same mono red rush deck. Or like, I don't know what the current flavors are, because for me, it was like, saw so many mono red rush, like Torbrand, Embercleave, like, okay, at least those were fast though, you know? But the real problem for me is variety. That's what you need. That's what you want. Otherwise, right? Also, put it to you this way too. When it comes to like stuff like people being able to look up, like for a bunch of people, this would be too dense for them to get into. The game would just be impenetrable, right? Like for real. Magic is complicated as hell. It really is. Magic is an ongoing puzzle that you and your opponent are putting together on the table that literally might be unsolvable for you. You might not be able to solve that puzzle. And things are constantly changing. And there's 25,000 different pieces in this game. It's amazing. Like, for real, if you presented me Magic as it is and were like, get in it with no guidance at all, I would just be like, I don't want to. It's too much. It's too much, you know? So it's helpful to have have your hand held kind of things in games. And I also get not liking that stuff when you don't need it. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't help other people. It's the same way that I'm playing the Final Fantasy VI Steam version, and they included like a map. There's like a map that auto pops up in the game now, and a few other features that make the game easier. But I saw it and was just like, really? The hidden elixir inside the clock, you're going to put a big red exclamation mark above it? But I knew about that secret, and I found all this stuff. And it's like, who cares if the game puts a little exclamation mark above it? You would still have to think to wait before even leaving the building, walk up to the clock and check it. So what if the game made it a little bit easier for you that when you stepped in the exact right spot facing the right direction, it shows you an exclamation mark before you push the button? Like, does that really impact like my gameplay experience from the past? No. Does it diminish the fact that I found that stuff? No. So it's dumb of me to get caught up on it, right? That's how it feels to me. Elijah, what would I do if my playable decks were stolen? How would I cope? I have I've had a bunch of Magic cards stolen from me over the years in a number of different ways. It always sucks when somebody steals your stuff, bro, because it's like, like especially when it's at like a game store or something, man. It's just, how do you deal with it? You like, bro, life is always going to give you setbacks. Losing Magic cards sucks, but at the end of the day, they are just cardboard rectangles. It's not like you can auto replace them. But I don't know. What do you do? Like the guy who owns the game store that I go to, for example, he ended up, somebody like stole a bunch of his cards. And so he was out Tarmogoyfs when they were huge or whatever. And I remember that the guy in charge of the LGS was like, okay, let's help him like rebuild. So here, I'm going to give you some stuff. You go make trades and we'll help him rebuild his deck. But like when I had stuff stolen multiple times, it was just kind of like, well, they got away with it and sold my stuff. Like, it feels bad. It feels bad anytime stuff is stolen from you. My favorite bike was stolen. Like, I had this awesome cruiser and it was just stolen. And like, they sold it to a bike shop and then somebody else bought it. And like, bro, I couldn't prove it was mine, but I saw somebody else he had gone to the bike store and legitimately purchased it. I knew, well, like he bought it from a bike shop that wasn't being legit, but he was a legit customer because I knew that guy. He wasn't like I didn't know him well, but he had went and bought this bike. It was my bike. You could see from the pattern of the rust and you know that kind of crap where you're like, that's literally my my bike. It has all the, like, no bike is going to have the exact same dings and rust and whatever, but that's not a serial number. That doesn't prove anything. So my bike's just gone and another guy's riding it around town. And it happens, man. It sucks. It sucks. Somebody go to small claims court. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. The guy, there are times in life where you find out the harsh reality is there really isn't any justice. Because you can spend the money and time, right? You can spend the money and time and then just be out money and be more aggravated. But for real, bro, for real, like, it was your best friend, but that guy wasn't your best friend. If somebody will fuck you over for like thousands of dollars worth of cards, that's not your best friend. I would never do that to my best friend. He would have never done it to me. So here's what we're doing. We're looking for a silver lining to help you feel better, full on. So think about it this way, bro. In one way, it's kind of an expensive price, but now you know who that person is. And imagine you were in a life and death situation with this dude who doesn't value, and then you lose your life, right? So now the person that you thought had your back, you know the reality of the situation. And yeah, it cost money, but it didn't cost none of your health. It didn't cost you anything in that way, right? And like, you being able to get money back out of it, I mean, can you prove the card's yours? Good luck. There's no serial numbers. There's no proof of any of that. It's your word against his. And then there's going to be legal fees on top of it. Like, it's like, I could have, like when I got attacked in the park, when I got booted in the head, I got contacted by the district attorney kind of thing. And he was like, okay, can you give me a victim impact statement and how do you want to go forwards with this? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I mean, let's be real. That guy, well, what am I going to do? Sue him? He's got nothing. He's like me. I have nothing. He has nothing. I guarantee you this man has nothing. Whatever he had, he just spent on drugs probably earlier today. So what am I going to sue him? No, there is nothing. I get nothing. There's no balance to the universe. I got attacked in the park, kicked in the fucking head, and all I get from it is permanent nerve damage. So the reality is you've got two options, bro. You can be out $9,000 and know the truth about your fucking worthless rat fuck dumb scuzzbag not friend, right? Or you can be out $9,000 and on top of having the loss of the person now, you're straight up just like going to stress yourself out and shorten your life and lose more. Like you can't gain nothing by being upset about it, right? There is literally nothing to gain by being upset. And I understand just straight up being told that isn't an instant cure, but that's your fucking reality. Reality is fucking cold gravel to the ball sack sometimes. Life isn't always a fucking happy hug. And sometimes life's gonna fucking shit straight down your throat. But if you dwell on it and let it eat at you, it's gonna cost you so much more in the long run. Like when I got, like, again, example of getting attacked in the park, I had two fucking options basically after that. One is to be paranoid of everybody and think everybody's gonna try and like fuck me over or attack me or whatever. And that, like, internally, the day after it happened, I made myself go back out into the city because I knew what was going to happen up here. You'll imprison yourself. So I went back out into the city and I'm sitting on on a bench, and this guy comes and sits on the bench beside me, and he's like this far away from me, and I'm vibrating inside. I'm just, get this guy away from you. He's a threat. He's a threat. Get him away from you. And it's like, no. One person's actions aren't reflective of reality, and you can't like let this be what it's going to be. Now go down to the park where this happened. And I walked right back to where it happened without knowing the guy. Like, I didn't know the guy had been arrested at that point. For all I know, he could be roaming the city waiting to get me again. But I just went out. I'm like, no, I'm not going to let. The thing is, part of the hardest thing about being human is that we live in constant fear of our past, what's happened to us, right? But that's almost not what's going to happen to you. Like, you're never going to have another friend steal $9,000 worth of decks from you. Why? Because first of all, you wouldn't let it happen. Second, you're not going to get a shitty friend on that level because your radar is going to be better, bro. That's how that fucking works. You gained useful knowledge. You know who to avoid, right? But the fear of your own past, that is a massive problem that we have to deal with. One of my biggest fears is going back to being so poor that I can't afford food anymore. And no matter how much I convince myself or try and convince myself that I'm gonna be okay in the future, because everything's okay now and I can afford food and I'm not just rail thin and dying. I still haven't gotten past that fully. You know what I mean? So I know these aren't the exact same kind of examples, but I'm just trying to give you, whatever. I'm sure you get the underlying thrust of what I'm trying to say, man. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you don't always get movie style balance. You don't always get that kind of stuff. You don't get karmic justice, like, but you can tell yourself that what goes around comes around, and the honest truth is people who do that kind of stuff, they only do it so many times before they do it to the wrong person or end up in the wrong situation. And like, bro, like people undervalue what other people are worth. Like like friends have such a high value. You can't put it into cash. Do you know what I mean? But that guy did. Real easy. I've had people fuck me over and it hurts in the moment, but at the end you just go, you know what? That's less shitty people in my life. It was going to cost me something somewhere down the line, and I'm going to consider this cost to be cheaper than what it would have cost me, because that's just the smart way to look at it, right? That's just the smart way to look at it. So there's no grand balance to the universe. There's no actual karma, because if there was, then it would be like all the crazy things that happen to babies that were just born and stuff. They're coming karmically. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible to actually argue genuine karma. So you just got to accept the reality of life and that there's no balancing force, right? And it doesn't gain you anything to just spend your time being unhappy about it. Anyways, I'm going to go top up my root beer. I'll be right back. You didn't know? Learning about rares from rare drafting events. Yeah, stats don't seem as good as I was hoping. Does it? It's not looking the greatest. All right. I'm back, my friends, and after all that grim talk, I'm going to have a cookie. What happened here? Oh, that's what that is. Duh. I was like, what is this cord? What is this cord? And it's like from earlier today. It's my headphones. I thought that the mic, I'm like, how did the microphone cord move over here? Not too bright. DeVoe says, as you get older, you get wiser. Hadger's got plenty of knowledge in them bones. That's right, buddy. I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot. A lot of it was crap. Juggle them, yeah. She did a good job. The cookies are good. What up, Brandon? It's a chocolate chip cookie, buddy. The Doctor Who set had some great lands for the price after release. A lot of people seem to be happy with the Doctor Who decks. Wizard put a lot more effort into things like the Warhammer and Doctor Who Commander decks than they do stuff like Markov Manor, unfortunately. That's something that, depending on the moment, sends me spiraling into a rant. Pungy, you had a neighbor who stole your package? Bro, I lived in a building where the caretaker, the guy in charge of he's not like the landlord, but he's just there taking care of the building for the landlord. He was a crackhead who was stealing people's mail. And I only put it together when I'm hanging out and he had an unopened copy of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within sitting on the table, like Blu-ray or whatever, DVD, whatever it was. And I'm like, oh, cool, man. I like that movie. And he's like, oh, here you go. You can have it. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, just take it. I'm like, sweet, thanks, bro. And then my neighbor in the building told me that he was waiting for a copy of Final Fantasy Spirits Within and it didn't show up, so we had to contact Amazon and have them send him another one. And I didn't clue in until later that when I realized that guy was a crackhead and stuff, that it was like, wait a minute, I got that guy, ended up with that guy's stolen copy of Final Fantasy Spirits Within. That's why he had a new one. He just took that guy's mail. Neo, Markov is tanking. Yup. I looked at the prices of a handful of cards today out of curiosity. Delny has already seen, how much did he drop? 30, 40%? Something like that. He's seen a big old dip. How are CEOs going to get new yachts if they keep cranking out sets like this? It's headwinds. That's all. It's just headwinds. Brandon, you feel like they care more about Commander players nowadays more than other formats. You're absolutely right, bro. They absolutely do. It's evident in everything they do, it feels like Commander literally is why they throw random legendary promos into the pre-release kit and go, you can't use these guys in here, but they're really cool, but you can't use them in here. And it's like, okay, well, you can use them in Commander. Commander's Magic's best, biggest, bestest format forever and always. And it's like, you should have just let it be what it was. I have no idea why you courted the beast that is Commander. You should have left it slumbering off to the side. But instead, they're feeding the entire game into its gaping maw because they want to eat its dumps. But they don't realize that Commander only shits once a year. We're going to make 500 legendaries a year. Commander players clamored for years and years. Wizards, please, give us some scraps. Give us some more attention. You know? Like, and then Wizards is like, you want attention? And then it's just like the Crow. All this pain. All for you. Just make every creature legendary. All of them. Jail equals free housing and food? No, not really. It's free in terms of you trade off your freedom, you know? Like, how are you supposed to, I don't know, jerk off in a park at 2 a.m? Oh, you know what? Just saying it. Don't do that, guys. Because I'm sure wherever you go, it's just going to be full of way worse degenerates. Like, just think of like, my brain just went, are you out of your mind in a park at 2 a.m? Look what happened to you in the park in broad daylight. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. What do I think they can put in Fallout that'll make it a demanded set? The fact that it's followed is what's supposed to make it a demanded set. What made the Doctor Who demanded stuff? The fact that it was Doctor Who. That's all it is. They're selling the name. You want Fallout? Buy it. That's it. Wizards of the Coast is just going, why don't we with every new set, just go ahead and like start over and try and create a new customer base or something? That's what it feels like. Jojo says try the police station. difficult level S. Brandon, you won an RCQ standard with Bam Poison. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that happened to you. Seth's making a joke about selling crack, and Jess is like, it's not worth getting caught with it. Nobody's advocating becoming a fucking crack dealer in my streams, Jess. You don't have to worry about putting out a fucking PSA. Just, you know, I looked into the numbers. A, you don't make that much money. B, the people offering to suck your dick are like the worst, and most of them ain't even ladies. So I thought about it as a career path. Take it from me, kids. Don't be a crack dealer. Come on, man. Hack, you're under the impression Wizards is going to reprint everything they own and then print new cards to outpower them? That's a good impression to have. That's the information that I've been putting out there. That's what I've been saying. Oh, I have to say, it's pretty gratifying to randomly encounter, like, I'll be reading random Reddit posts or whatever, and then somebody starts talking about why Wizards is falling apart, and they're just making all these excellent points. And then people are like, hey, where are you getting information about this stuff? And it's like, oh, you know, YouTubers like the Magic Historian. I'm like, yeah, the people who look like they know what the fuck is up are watching me. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that I figured out a lot of the bullshit that Wizards is doing? People are just going, as long as Wizards is making the money, they're doing it right. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Selling the kids. Selling the kids. That's how I frame it for people who don't fucking get it. They're like, yo, think about Wizards of the Coast as a family. So imagine if I'm a dude and as a family, I go and earn money for the family. And I make like 50 grand a year. And I got some kids, and these kids pull in like $500 a year each selling lemonade. And it's like, fuck yeah, selling lemonade. Good job. Bringing in that little bit of extra change for daddy. Thanks, right? And so it's like, I'm pulling in like $51,000 a year. But then I sell one of my kids for 100 grand. Bam! Whoa! Holy shit. Add that to my income. I made 150 grand. My family is more profitable than ever. How amazing is that, right? And then next year, sell the other kid, 125. Plus my income, 175. Another banger year. The family will go on for... Wait, actually, sorry, I don't have any kids and my family can't go on anymore. That's the end of my line. Oh, maybe I should try and have some new kids or something. Maybe. Oh, I better do it quick though. I'm getting old. I don't got much of a chance here. Like, it's that kind of a mentality. It's like pretending your family is doing well because you sold your kids for cash and you've made a bunch of money. So, underneath it all, that's what's going on with Wizards. Nathan, what's up, buddy? Super Chat says, evening perp, how's the weekend treating you? It's treating me good, buddy. It was fun seeing you swing by the trash bag stream earlier. I got a good chuckle out of Hassel and Longhair about that. Millmaster? Oh, no, not the permanent marker. Not the permanent. It almost got me. You can sell your kids where? In my imaginary world that's designed to use a hyperbolic example to explain it to simpletons how just making more money in a year doesn't mean you've done better. Do you see how that works? There are many factors that go into determining whether a year has been good. And you can't just go, line go up, everything good. But will line keep go up? Will line go down? Line go down bad. Will line go down forever bad? Depends on how you do things. Sustainability is a thing. So it's insane to me to just say, look at how much sales they made. Okay, and what are the numbers on the street tell you? What do the player-based numbers look like? But don't you understand? They made fewer people pay more money. Well, this is the description of a business that continues to flourish, right? So please tell me, how's this work? Well, they're extracting more and more money from a smaller and smaller player base. Don't you see how this goes on forever? Like, don't you see for infinity? Because as there's less people, there's more money, right? Jojo, no you can't. You sell someone else's family, they're gonna put you in jail. You don't got your family no more. Your family ain't gonna want to be your family. They'll take a dim view on all kinds of traffic, crosstown and human. Lasagna, yeah, we're all investing in drafts like you did. Elijah says, I've been watching your streams for at least 1 to 1.5 years. Gotta say, I appreciate the fact that you're straight when you give bad news. You don't beat around the bush. Well, I mean, I don't want to glad handle you or whatever. Where it's like, hey, champ, I'm just gonna say whatever I think you need to hear. Like, bro, I don't know. People, when they just tell you what's up, even if it's not good, it's easier to deal with reality rather than have somebody go, oh, muffin, everything's all good, and then kick the can down the road and go, have fun dealing with that. You know, like... Yeah, God, exactly. Hasbro's a public company. If they make 10 million profit next month, they have to make 20 million the month after, or investors will jump out a window. It's not even that. That's like not even really that hyperbolic even. It just feels pretty accurate. Jess, if aliens were here, they wouldn't be talking to you, they'd be talking to me, because they'd be able to detect these broadcasts, and they'd be like, this paragon of humanity, we must examine his genitals. And I'd say, you want to examine my genitals? You gotta be Lord of the Board, so only Nathan gets to see my junk tonight, motherfucker! So yeah, that's how I know you're full of shit when you say aliens, bro, right? This fucking A-tier slab of fucking prime beef is sitting here broadcasting live to the world, and they're coming to talk to you, Nanu? No. Forget that shit, Robin Williams. They're coming on me. Hack, you feel like the wise historian has saved you a lot of money and grief in the long run? Well, I'm going to pretend like you mean me, because I'm the magic historian. Nathan says, sweet mother God, someone take the board. Well, not too late. I was going to say too late, Nathan. No, you still got time. You still got time. Yo, I saw the fattest steaks I've ever seen in a grocery store before ever, bro. In the Metro. Today. They have fucking New York strips that are this fucking thick. I've never seen it in my life. They're so thick. They're so huge. Like, after we left, I kept talking about it. I'm like, should I get one? Should we get one? You know, like, they're like $15 each, but they're like this thick, and $15 feels like, I don't know that much about New York strip steak prices and whatever. It's my favorite cut, but like, it's not like I have it all the time. I'm not eating steak every day, guys. That's not my life. But like, yo, it's thick as fuck. What up, Benjamin? How you doing? Hello, Chewy. Yeah, Wizards is stuffing us in a tire and rolling us down a mountain. Well, bro, let me ask you a question. What's the easiest way to get the change to fall out of your pockets? Shove you in a tire, roll you down the hill. Buy the Sakashima Secret Lair. We promise we're not reprinting a set like a month later. I'm totally waiting for that. Sakashima. Like, by the way, in the new set, Sakashima, get some. Oh, lordy. It's crazy. It's crazy what Magic has become. Oh, well. I'm finding my fun where I can. We'll see how long I can milk Arena for enjoyment before I end up going, meh. At least it didn't lock up on me on my first draft like it did last time when I went in for Lost Caverns. I actually heard people had a good time with it, but when I logged in, did a draft, and then when I went to edit my draft deck, the game froze and kicked me out, and I was just like, you know what? That's enough Arena. And then I just uninstalled it. I was like, forget it. And then I heard the sirens call again because I can't help myself. I like Magic. And I played Arena for like 2 hours last night where Carly watched some weird, stupid zombie anime thing where some guy is happy he doesn't have to go to work anymore, and they're just running around in a zombie world. That's why he doesn't have to go to work. But they can also leap really tall, and I think at one point two dudes had pulled their pants off and were jumping around. I don't know what the hell she's watching. I don't know. I'm just playing Arena, and it's over there. And I'm just like, what is this? I don't know. I'm attacking with my soldiers right now. Let's go. I want to build some decks on Arena, but like, I don't have stuff from a bunch of the current standard sets, and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of my wild cards without really knowing exactly. I'm probably just going to build another big green tower. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably just going to draft some stuff, cobble together some of the things I have, and then layer in a few crafted cards. I don't mind having my deck like shift in power levels. Do I have any predictions what Modern Horizons 3 will be? Stuff that's the only thing I predict for that kind of a set is it will have the increased price tag. It will have cards that are clearly designed to bust into Modern, right? Like, here we go. You gotta like Ragavan more powerful level crap, you know? Like, it's got to make a dent in the Modern that's already been warped by Modern Horizons 2. So it has to power creep Modern. It has to, right? Like, there's no choice. It's specifically designed to power creep Modern. In which way they're going to do that, I have no fucking earthly clue. Nathan Super Chat says, can I untake the board by reverse prices writing myself? You know what? I'll allow it. That is an absurd move, and I am bound to say yes. There will be no lord of the board. The board is cleaned and empty, and no one is lord of this stream, Nathan. You've reverse price righted, undone your previous one. There you go. You're freed. You're freed from the danger and the burden. All right. You've done it, you madman. You've done it. Goth, I agree with you that singles are the absolute cheapest way to go. If there's no other value you derive from booster packs, absolutely singles are the way to go. Bo says he no want to see the glory dunk. Well, now I can say, I'm like, people have paid me to not see my dick. You've heard of OnlyFans? I got the reverse. No, Lee fans. I heard a guy say there are no longer eternal formats, they're all rotating. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I've been saying something along the same lines. I've said that Wizards has forced rotation into everything. That's the idea. You can see it across everything. They did it even in Arena, where they had the historic format, and they forced Alchemy into it in a bid to both be Hearthstone, which failed, and to stop Historic from being a non-rotating format, and to constantly force like mini rotations into it by just, we can change whatever cards whenever, and also, we lied. We're not going to actually fix cards that aren't worth our time to fix. We'll just ban them. And it's like, this is a terrible format. You guys are lying scumbags. Oh. That just says Perp gets money and doesn't have to jerk it on a webcam. Yes. Quill says, I'm not sure what your win condition is yet, Nathan, but I'm going to figure it out and stop you. Good luck. He's playing 17th dimensional chess, bro. Zerio, we've had 2 paper remastered sets and I'm already tired of them. Listen, I don't like that attitude. Let me explain something to you. Ravnica Remastered was sorely needed. Ravnica is a set that we only went to one time, bro. And that was decades ago. It's not like a set where we keep going back and they're like, return to Ravnica. And then, oh, check it out. War of the Spark and Guilds and all this stuff is happening on Ravnica, but it's fall. And it's not like they said we're going back to Ravnica just to go to a house where somebody got stabbed. And it's not like there's a Clue Ravnica game. So Ravnica Remastered is super important for the game, and you need to fucking shut it. For real. How dare you? How dare you be tired of the incredibly useful, and definitely you don't lose 85% of the money you spent on it box of Ravnica Remastered. Don't you want a handful of Shocklands and poorly reprinted versions of Ravnica cards that also have the flavor text changed to diminish the impact of the guilds they're associated with? Don't you want that? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Zaria? The reserved list is an eternal rotation. Oh, have you not heard about Magic 30, where they reprinted the reserved list already and only failed because of the price point? If they had put it at $10 a booster, there would be no conversation of whether the reserved list was a thing or not anymore. We would all firmly say it's not, except for the people who want to split the thinnest of hairs and go, well, technically, they're collector versions and not real cards. So the reserve list hasn't been broken. But everybody on Earth is acting functionally as if it is. So that's what actually determines market prices. Not splitting hairs, not getting all actually. That doesn't affect anybody. That's just words on a fucking Reddit post. So the reserve list is not some sanctified, untouchable thing. Wizards walked right up to it and rubbed their dick on it. They just did it in a way that said not enough other people could rub their dicks on it. And so they just went, fuck you and your prices. But if Wizards had said, everybody, $10, rub your dick on the reserve list, guess what? The reserve list would be a giant dick smear. That's the reality, son. Let's not fucking pretend anything else. It's absurd to think anything else. And to think the fact that they didn't get $1,000 out of it means they're not going to try again is insanity. It's insanity. The reserve list is absolutely going to be reprinted. Wizards has essentially screamed it from the fucking rooftops. What do you think the playtest counterspell is? Hey, check out this counterspell. It's like the playtest cards we make. Just happens to have the alpha artwork. Just happens to be something you can't play. We're going to mention that it's cool multiple times, that you can't play it, and that's the entire purpose of this article. Almost like we're seeding it in the past so we can go, hey, check it out. We said that's what this was all along. We don't even know why you're getting upset and whatever. It's been like this forever. It's the counterspell they made for a secret layer based on the whole reserve list shit. But they fucking had to back out when Magic 30 tanked. Just says, I wonder how long it would take for one of us to find perp on OnlyFans if he started an account. It would probably be... it would probably be found out by some random person who hated me on Reddit. So we'd just be going through one of those posts where a bunch of people are talking shit about me, because that's what happens when you do anything on the internet. And there'd just be somebody down there, yeah, and have you seen his OnlyFans? It's gross, too. And it's like... Haters can be a great source of advertisement, actually, because they'll complain about everything about you, and some of the complaints will feel warranted, and other ones they'll just be like, I hate that he talks about all of his channels. And it's just like, thanks for letting people know I have multiple. Nick, the playtest counterspell looked so bad? What do you mean? You mean it looked just like a shrunk down version of a counterspell with a white backed version, like it was a crappy photocopy, and then they put a sticker on it and went, these are what the playtest cards looked like back in the day, and this is what it would have looked. No, actually, your fucking playtest cards back in the day looked like fucking printouts from like an old D&D manual, bad photocopies. So no, it didn't look anything like this. This is just bullshit that you're feeding us. No, guy, it's really fucking cool and awesome and mega exactly what it was. Not just some dumb made up bullshit for you to get excited about. Check it out. It's a shitty printing of a card that's totally, it's, ugh. Ugh. So yeah, the reserve list is, its days are numbered. Now the cards that are on it, obviously the people who have them, what they have isn't going to go to zero. But if you think that they're all the old reserve list stuff is going to be fucking worth money after, no. Some of it, I mean, if you think nobody's going to want a fucking Black Lotus, Mox, the Power 9 and stuff, the biggest of the big will probably feel the least impact from it because they'll be the holiest of holy. But like... there's a bunch of reserve list cards that people are sitting on. Like, I got reserve list. Wizards can never reprint Conchhorn. What? Conchhorn from Fallen Empires. It's on the reserve list. Did you just say Fallen Empires in reserve list? I got news for you. Like, there's 1 billion gajillion copies of these cards, and they suck. Who wants them? Who wants them? If they do a reprint of it, yours isn't going to be worth a lot. It's not going to be this thing. Like, do you know what I mean? The reserve list is many-tiered. Broccoli says, I hate how handsome he is and how well thought his arguments are. I hope 1 million more people figure out about him so they can also know how bad he is. I love the absurdity of the shit that people say. Like, whenever you find a thread hating on me, it's not everybody doing it. It's not universal. There are people who are totally like, I like that guy or whatever. But like, even the kinds of hatred are funny, where certain insults are fair game, but other insults aren't okay. Like, it's okay to say I have a punchable face, but saying that I'm ugly gets you fucking downvoted, and people going, why don't you post yourself? And you just look at it and go, I don't. That guy said he'd punch me. That guy said he'd blast in my face. Guys love it. This guy's just like, he's ugly or whatever. And you hate it. but like I can't tell the difference. The ones that get downvoted versus the ones that don't. It's amazing. It's just madness. And it's just people going in and flailing around. Jojo, who hates people for no reason? Let's be very clear. The word hate doesn't really mean anything for most of these people. It's on the internet. So it's just a bunch of edge boys being edge boys together. And I've reached the size where you get to treat me like a fucking TV show. You get to go, yeah, fuck that guy. I hate his face. I hate all the choices about it. That's fine. I'm creating this shit and putting it out there. People are welcome to criticize it. I never see these posts and go, we gotta do something about it. I just laugh. I mean, part of it makes me laugh. Part of it feeds my ego where I'm just like, damn. They're like, I get a lot of positive stuff from people who come to my channel and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people who don't like me too, which means I've reached a lot of people, you know? And it's fun to see the begrudging sort of like, I don't like the guy, but the stuff he says is right. He calls out wizards, which is great. I don't like him, but how many people are doing what he does? So there's it doesn't faze me in a negative way. I want to be clear just so you guys know, because sometimes people contact me like, I found this post where all these people are talking smack about you and I defended you and it's not right that they're doing it. And I'm like, it's cool, bro. It's cool. I've been around for years. I got like 50K subscribers. I'm the same difference as like a little web show or whatever. So people want to treat me like a product and not a person. I ain't taking it personally. They don't know me. And like, bro, I judge people so fast. Are you kidding me? I've clicked on YouTube videos, seen the dude. He says like 3 words and I'm like, oh, fuck this clown, bro. You sound like a moron. And I just leave. I don't put any comments down. I don't come back and bother them. I never go and act negatively towards these people, but I do have that knee-jerk, no. You know, some I listen to more and go, no, right? That's fine. That's fine. Especially when you're just being yourself. More people are going to resonate with who you are, but at the same time, the ones who don't will resonate strongly in the opposite direction. I've got a polarizing personality. I was doing Keyforge for a brief period of time, and there was already posts like that popping up, because what can I say? I'm hard to ignore. Jojo, that's a good attitude, buddy. You don't need to waste your time or energy being angry. That's a smart way to look at things, man. Absolutely. Zurin, yes, you are absolutely correct that people will not talk out against wizards out of fear of not being able to get access to promos or other materials, and they're correct to do so. I'm blacklisted by Wizards of the Coast, right? Like at one point, Wizards of the Coast employees followed me on Twitter, and I was sent a secret layer as part of a secret layer reveal, and it was fun to do. But I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know if they thought that like sending me it was going to change the way I operated, but I operated the same way all along. I viewed it as, wow, it's cool that you guys are sending this out. It shows that you have some maturity in terms of the fact that I spend my time with a fair bit of criticism of you, and you're just like, yeah, you want to be a part of this? Cool, all right, whatever. No hard feelings. I was surprised, but what it actually turned out to be was, let's see what happens if we send him this secret layer. Maybe he'll just start praising us, and maybe subconsciously it will influence him to look at us more positively, and he won't be such a dick going forwards. But either way, no Wizards employees follow me anymore. I am blocked by some, and yeah, I'm blacklisted. So anytime any company is officially doing a promotion with Wizards of the Coast, and they contact me and ask me if I want to be a part of it, well, between me saying yes and the official promotion happening, my name gets X'd off the list because I'm blacklisted. And people have been Aetherhub was blacklisted before. And it's funny because he got blacklisted for almost nothing. For literally just being unhappy that Chandra's origin story was being done again. That was enough for him to get blacklisted because that was just super touchy, hilarious, pathetic catty shit. I did a video on it. Blake sent him this pathetic little message showing him his own tweet. I guess you don't want to be part of it this time. So Wizards of the Coast absolutely want some control over what people are saying. If you'll look at the way things have changed, they originally had the Pro Tour on Arena. And part of that was a muzzle contract on the pros, the same way they do to professional athletes, where if you talk smack, right? If you talk smack, then like all about Wizards, there are financial penalties. Okay? And so now we have the new iteration, which is called the Wizards Ambassador Program. And what was it? Strictly Better Magic. He declined to be part of that program because he had concerns about the fact that you were required to sign an NDA to be a part of it, right? He was like, I don't want to sign an NDA with you guys to be a part of your promotional program, right? And I looked at that and I went, respect, because what they're saying is, yo, you're not legally allowed to say these things. We can control what you say. You've legally signed a contract. And I mean, obviously, this is all just speculation. I can't prove anything. But the benefits of being a Magic ambassador is that you get access to a contact at Wizards of the Coast. Now, what do you think the likelihood of that contact actually doing anything for you is? Are they going to give you inside information? Absolutely not, aside from, here is the exact message and wording we want you to use, right? They're going to be a pipeline for Wizards to tell the creators exactly the messaging they want. The creators can't talk about the program because they've signed an NDA, and the minder is there to make sure that the dogs stay on the leash. So if they say anything they're not supposed to, and it's against the NDA, then that person's there to catch them and like legally ensnare them, or that person's just there to kick them out of the program if they're not being positive enough. Oh, you know what? We're letting you go from the program. That person isn't there to help them. That person is there to execute them if they go rogue. That's it. That's Wizards of the Coast. They're fucking signing YouTubers with a handful of subscribers to fucking NDAs, right? I'm not saying everybody in the ambassador program. I'm talking there's all different levels. And I don't know specific people. So understand that I'm not calling anybody out. Everybody in the ambassador program, more power to you. There's definitely a part of me that wishes that I had access to inner stuff. Bro, I see the promo kits they send out to streamers. They're cool. I got sent the secret layer and I thought the doors were opening and daddy was going to get to have some fucking fun with that shit. But they slammed right closed on my dick and I'm out in the cold again. That's fine though. I never expected to not be out in the cold because from the get-go, I've always been a rabid mad dog. And I mean, I've been sending Wizard. I remember when I got so angry about the card quality that I made this crazy rant where I told Wizards to go fuck themselves, that not every creator is for sale, that they could suck the inside of my ass, and I see them wandering around trying to soak up every YouTuber they can to kiss the ring, but not all of us are going to get down on our knees and suck your dicks for some fucking magic packs, so fuck you. You want me to say good things about the game? Fix your game. Fix your card quality. Fuck you. Some of us aren't for sale. Fuck you. And then I sent it straight to the community manager. I was like, I heard you're looking for small YouTubers. And this was like when I was first starting out. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. That's it. I will sing your praises every day, all day long, for free. For free. If you make the game good. That's all I want. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to fucking put me under an NDA. You don't have to give me free product. Fix the fucking game. There's only one way to placate me. There's only one way to stop me from calling out all your fuck-ups. And that's to fix the fucking game. There's nothing you can offer me that I want more than that. I don't need to be fucking friends with you. Because I've been yelling from the mountaintop, you can suck my dick for years. And guess what? Lots and lots of people listen to me. You know why? Because what I'm saying is right. Nobody's going to come back year after year if I'm talking made up bullshit. So yeah, it's obvious as fuck. People just need to hear it in the right words to go, well, yeah, we're getting fucked. So yeah, man, they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. Fucking NDAs, bro. Sign a fucking NDA. Sign an NDA. Sign a fucking NDA with Wizards of the Coast over Magic the Gathering. Do you swear to say only the truth that we tell you to say and never disclose? Like, that would be amazing. I would have loved him and sent that. It's weird. It's weird. Why would you think that I wouldn't be contacted at all? Guys, can you think of a reason that Wizards of the Coast wouldn't want to contact the Magic historian and get him in on the ambassador program? Can you think of any reason? I mean, who's a bigger Magic fan than me? I pay a lot of attention to what's going on. Plus, it'd be really great to have an inside guy to go, so do you have any reason for this fuck up? Hey, can you explain this shit to me? Right? Oh, what's the logic behind this? I'd love to have an inside contact, but I guess you only get one when your questions are, how much of your dick do I need to get in my mouth? Am I allowed to take a break or no? Okay. No, I won't say anything. I'm not supposed to. I swear. I'm sorry. Just tell me what I need to say and think so that I can get some free product. I just want to play my game. Oh, you know what? Let's be real. I'm playing that up for entertainment value. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making the decision. I like this game. I'm not going to spend my time saying anything negative about it. I'm going to take the shit that this company's giving me and not give a fuck. That's fine. Right? I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to go around and be one of those dickheads who's like, you have to think the way I do. You have to believe what I do. This is important, whatever. You know, whatevs, man. Whatevs. I have chosen my own dumb mountain to stand on and yell, and it's about a fucking card game I played when I was 15 years old. What are you doing? I've been playing for the last 30 years. What are you going to do? Red Dragon, there you go. You get rid of your gag reflex to get yourself some cards. There is a valid choice as well. So whatevs, man. I could easily see myself playing some other game that I didn't care very much about at all, and then being, you want to be part of the ambassador program? Yeah, what's that mean? It means we're gonna send you stuff and you sign an NDA, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't fucking care. Sign it. I don't give a shit. I barely play your game. I'll take the free stuff and make an occasional post. You know what I mean? Just sounds like free shit, so do it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to police other people's fucking ethics over joining a Magic the Gathering like fucking promotional program. Like, can we not get any smaller with the shit that fucking matters? Right? I'm sure there's people out there who don't have fucking drinking water and stuff, so I'd probably be better off spending my time on that than worrying about that level. So I'm just fucking wishing that I got cool promo stuff too, but accepting of the fact that you get the results that you get, and Wizards of the Coast has made a wise decision. They've made a wise decision to keep a loose cannon like me at arm's length. Just keep him away from us, guys. Just whatever. We know he exists. He's impossible to fucking ignore. But let us just pretend like he doesn't exist. We'll delete his comments on our live streams, but we won't ban him or do anything that he'll be able to hold up to the people and go, look, behold! That was funny, having people tell me, bro, I saw you in the live stream. I saw them deleting your comments. And I'm like, oh. And my comments were just like, hey, oh, cool, that looks neat. Like, I never go to Wizards of the Coast live streams or anything like that and act up in the comments. I don't go, you suck and this sucks and I'm here to make fun of you. None of it. All of my comments on their stuff is always just straight up, like, either positive or neutral. I'm not there to rip on them, and I'm not there to try and go, come watch my stuff. I'm just there. I'm just a part of this. I already have my own place where I can go, bam. So I don't need it. I don't need to be in the sea going, hey, boo. I can just make a video going, fucking boo. And here's why, bitch. Xeria, yeah, they just want the money, man. So they've got a system that they feel is working for them now. It ain't going to work for the long term, but they ain't thinking long term. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Operation Innistrad crossover. Shut up. It totally could too. Because it's just like the Stitchers. You ready to play Stitcheration? Stitcheration. Buy our $700 Jumpstart Operation box set. I got the funny bone. Oh shit, did you get the Mythic Ultra version with the wave bag foils? Oh, I did, with the blood spatter and the red nose that lights up. That's $70,000. Oh no, wait, that was yesterday. It's 4,000. Oh, sorry, hold on. It's 2,000. It's $50, bro. Yeah, Magic is like in a hilarious place right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. We end the stream, surprisingly, Lord of the Boardless, in a weird turn of events. All right. Thanks to Nathan. So, I will catch you guys next time I descend into the waters of chaos. I will be reborn another day, another way.